What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're back to EVE Online. Alright, so heading back over to the agents, we have a new mission. I have a plan to help us track down a rogue drone down. Up until now, we haven't had a chance to get a good look at the damn thing. The good news is that one of my sisters was able to get a holopix and scan one of the drones that helped us track it down. The bad news is that she is doing missionary work with Star Space. She can't broadcast the data to us without raising suspicion from the pirates, so she's going to leave a canister with the data as close to the edge of their space as she can. I need to get the data and bring it back to me. Oh, is it another delivery mission? Alright, so making it over to our destination, all we need to do is grab the encoded data transmission in your cargo hold. So you're going to find it inside of your item hanger, and then you just drag it over to your ship. And head on back. Alright, cool. Now that we're here, we can drop off the package. Those kind of missions are super easy since all you do is just get free money the whole time. You continue to surprise me, Cretaceous. Give me a moment to process this data and we can discuss our strategy. While you were acquiring the data, I found two leads. One is a Galente reporter who claims to have tracked down the drone after you were near the food relief station. Another is a Calderi mercenary spy who says he has a form that can help you scan for the drone. Both offer time sensitives and we have to pick one now. Leave the choice to you. Which one do you want to pursue? A scope reporter named Corin Risa managed to get some tracking data off the drone 2 days ago. The hollows he got allowed him to confirm that it's the same drone. He's willing to sell us the data in exchange for extracting him from a Mordu's Legion outpost. The Mordu's Legion are generally an honest group, but for some reason, Risa needs to get out of there quickly. He thinks the Legion wants to kill him. Go to Mordu's outpost and extract Corin Risa. He's afraid for his life, so expect anything. Or bag of blood. Before we get the mercenaries' help, we need to get him out of the jam. This guy goes by the name Wolfbergen. Yeah, it's stupid, but I'm willing to cut some slack because he's a good tracker. Wolf's been all over the universe and hunted basically everything at some point. You don't get that good without making a few enemies. Right now, the Sermatus wants his head in a bad way. Wolf may be a great captain, but he's not a capsular. If he croaks, there's no resurrection. The Sermatus know this. We're going to use this to our advantage. Thanks to a previous indictment, the local law at a nearby station has a sample of Wolf's DNA. You should have no trouble getting access to it, and by virtue of being a capsular, bring me Wolf's DNA sample, and I can attach my crazy scheme. So we have a queen, or we have bag of blood? I mean, based on the description, it sounds like this guy is going to be more able to handle himself, where the other one seems a little bit less incompetent. But this one might have like more information to actually help us out in our cause better. Alright, well, monetarily wise, the one up top pays a lot more for some reason. Because this one only gets you an $80,000 bonus, where this one gives you $136,000. So we're going to go with the more money. Plus, I feel like the other dude's a lot more capable of surviving himself, so... Hey, get me out of here before a patrol finds us here! Alright, so she's going to be found all the way over here. So either everybody else in the universe is just horrible at flying a ship, or it seems like every single mission we do so far, somebody manages to blow up their own ship and have to have us as like a rescue, which is a little weird. And I highly doubt they were in the ship by themselves, so where's the rest of the crew? Can we just leave them behind? Alright, you'll give us the money. Risa said to thank you for the lift. That was close. At least Corin's out of danger for the moment. We really want the tracking data of this drone. Luckily, he hid the data in a secure place. Can I trust you to take him to his hideout on a nearby station so we can transfer the data? Buying and selling information takes time, you know? What's the catch? Alright, so you do need to go inside of your inventory here and go back over to your item hanger and drag this person back inside of our ship. Alright, so let's see what we got. Nice to see you, Cretaceous, but you know you still have an unfinished mission for me, right? I just finished it. What you talking about? Reese said to thank you for the lift once again. Sounds good. Please drop by so we can formalize the mission contract. Now that we have the data, we can deliver it to a more secure, untraceable CCTV location. If you could take the data to Arnon, I'd appreciate it. Don't worry, this is completely safe. You'll be fine. Seems like we're doing a bunch of like jumping back and forth today. Be sure to grab the drone tracking data and putting it inside of your ship before you leave, or else you will have to turn around and come on back. Does this seem odd to you? All these clandestine machinists for a single drone. Does this seem odd to you? All these clandestine machinations for a single drone? I've sold more important information to a Cedar client, right in front of the Concord station, no less. There's more to this whole deal than they're letting on. Take the drone's tracking data to Amon, drop it off the location, request that yeah, what about it? Information to the press has come out in the EV universe. Okay. Alright, so underneath the mission briefing, take the drone's tracking data to Amon and drop it off. Deliver the drone's tracking data to the jet and can return to me once it's done. Alright, so right here we got the delivery jet can, so we can approach it. Alright, so just like before, we go inside of your ship and drag and drop. This Gapster who took Risa from us. Get him! Oh, hold on. Let's deliver the jet can. Our mission's done here. Alright, fine, we'll save you. We're kind of close. Looks like everybody's about the same distance from us. We're just going to get shredded though if we can't catch up to anybody. 11 kilometers. All right, come on. Get up there, ship. Why are we moving so slow? Oh, they're blocking our micro warp drive. All right, that makes... Ooh. Even our armor's getting shredded. What on earth? Oh, if we don't warp out of here now, we're gonna die. Go. Ah. All of that, and now we have to go back and buy everything. Alright, so after our ship had a little bit of an explosion, I decided to change up some things. Now we have 250mm light artillery cannons. We have 3 of these, and then we have 4 of our regular Gatling cannons, so it's going to be a little bit variable range. We also have a 100mm rolled tungsten compat plates to increase our armor just a little bit, and we stepped up to a medium repair guy. That way we can attempt to survive a little bit longer. I don't have enough CPU inside the ship at the current time in order to get like the micro warp drive, so we're going to have to be going in a little slow for the time being until we get a increase in this. I had previously bought the other destroyer ship for the Minmatar, but for some reason it wouldn't let me put any weaponry at all on it, so that destroyer ship is just going to remain in the hangar until I figure out what to do with it. By the way, when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you have to do so many jumps in order to not get ripped off. It is so weird. Based on the data you provided me, I was able to locate where the drone was in its storm's heading. Armand, do whatever it takes to destroy it. Alright, so we no longer have a warp drive, so I don't think we're going to have an issue where we like get trapped anymore with these better cannons, because these have much longer range and I think they're just slightly stronger. There's also different ammo types that we can also buy for our ship to do more damage and have like better accuracy as well. So whenever you group things together, it actually just groups them in the list of cannons that they have. So as you guys see, we have 3 of these and we have 4 of the real ones. You group them all together and it'll be 2 separate areas here. The fall off range on these guys is 17 kilometers with an optimal range of 7 meters, where this guy is 5.6 fall off range with an optimal of 690. So really you want to be less than a kilometer with your Gatling cannons to actually do damage, where these guys can go much further. So I'm hoping these guys sort of split the difference whenever we're taking a lot of damage. The drone has escaped through the acceleration gate. Follow it. Alright, well it turns out not having a warp drive actually makes you move super slow, so we're actually going to have to fight everybody inside this area. Now, for anyone curious, you can actually hold control to like lock onto your targets and make it a little bit easier as well. Alright, so he's taken out. We're getting our revenge on these punks. Alright, so I definitely recommend at least having a micro warp drive on, or an afterburner, or some function of that. So I might have to like step down our armor repair guy, maybe? Like the standard one, now that we have the increased hull armor. Yeah, you guys don't like my new cannons, do ya? By the way, thank you to the guy who was able to tell me that click control to lock onto things. That makes it so much easier. Alright, so far, I like these new weapons. It actually makes things much easier to kill. And for the time being, I still have the same standard EMPS ammo. We will eventually be moving up. I don't have the research in order to move up to the stronger tier cannons yet. The drone has escaped again. Follow it again. You'll never get the secrets of the rogue drone. Alright, so now that we're kind of safe away from having to warp jump around a bunch, we're going to use our armor repair guy to heal up. I went ahead and just took the hits in the previous area since there were so many drones, and I figured it was going to be an endless cycle of chasing this guy. Oh, interesting. I misunderstood what this guy was. So this is actually a structural generator. So whenever it gets down to like the very bottom end, he's able to heal. Huh. Alright, so I still may need to change my build a little bit. I was having to like piece together a bunch of different pieces from like several different stations since everything was like so spread apart inside these areas here. We're definitely going to go back to a micro warp drive just for the speed. It's way too slow not having one. And I think I'm going to keep the whole armor strength, and I just need to find an armor repair guy. If you can run multiple though, a shield repair guy would be useful too. Alright, well everybody is now within range. We got 9,000 here, so let's go and activate our weaponries and wipe this guy out. Pretty confident. Oh, he's got 2 different weapon types too? Or is that showing my different cannons? Alright, so the previous areas, we wiped them out relatively quickly with our cannons here, so I think we'll be okay. One of them is eliminated. Ironically though, with this new setup, we're actually designed to be more of like a tank, and we physically cannot run away. Like, if we're about to blow up, we're just going to have to accept it, and it'll take a while to like rebuild everything. Much different again. I like the first setup that we had, but I think these extra cannons that I have are definitely going to come in handy. Because I need to like prioritize like different research and stuff in order to have like the better things. Oh no, you shoot too. Wipe him out. Alright, so he's dead. We got 2 more remaining. I feel like we're much stronger damage-wise, though. And it's a good thing we increased their whole strength, that way we could actually take a little bit extra hits with this new setup. Seems like they're kind of missing their shields quite a bit, though. Alright, so now we only have 1 target remaining. So I do like the fact that you can like group them in separate weapons here, so maybe we'll have a couple close range, a couple far range, and a couple medium range eventually. That's probably like the best setup that you can do. Hey, and they're all wiped out. And now we can head back to the station and dock with a successful mission complete.
Drive active.
Alright, so we learned some new things with our setups here. We definitely have a little bit of stuff to work on and change, but we managed to survive. And we got our revenge on those stupid drones. Give us all the money after all that we had to do. Yes. I can't, he's supposed to be dead. Aren't you telling me Jagan's been alive this whole time? Alright guys, that's going to it for today. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We're definitely going to swap to a marker warp drive. I think we're going to keep the weapons the same. And I'll probably swap out the structure repair guy for like a armor repair guy. And then try to get like a good combination. I really want to keep the whole upgrades though. So if you guys have any upgrades that you think would be better for the Thrasher, please be sure to leave them down in the comments down below. I bought the, what is it, Talwar? Yeah, so I bought this ship, but for some reason I can't actually put any weapons at all on it. So I don't know if it's like some weird thing with research that I don't have. But it just says it's unable to hold any. So that's why we're back to the Thrasher. And I feel like I just need to find like the optimal combination in order to wipe things out inside the area. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.